Welcome to RV for Jesus. Today we're going to talk about a stinky, dirty subject, the black tank. Now, on an RV, you should always keep your black tank closed until you're ready to dump it. You want to make sure that that water builds up and it works just like a regular septic so that the water helps everything to decompose. So what you do is you close that lever off on your black tank and let it build up, and about once a week or once every week and a half you dump it. And a couple of days before you're ready to dump it, you're going to close off the lever on your gray tank. Your gray tank would be your shower and your bathroom sink tank, and allow that water to accumulate so you can use the gray water tank to rinse not only your black water tank but also your hose. So today our black tank is full. We've already drained it out. What you do is come on down here with me. We have 3 levers down here on our trailer. This lever controls our galley tank or kitchen sink. This lever is our main lever. It keeps things from dribbling out. And then way back here in the back is our black water tank. And then over here is our gray water handle. So what we're going to do is release the black water tank, and as you can see, that's pretty much empty. We're going to let that drain out, and then when it's pretty close to empty, when it's trickling like this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this main valve tank, and we're going to use our gray water to rinse out our black water tank. Now, if some RVs have an actual rinse system where you hook a hose in and it swirls around, ours doesn't have that, or actually it is not working right now. So we're going to use our gray water tank to rinse out our black water tank. We shut the main valve, we leave the valve for the black water open, and then we open up our gray water tank. Now, if you can hear that, it released water. And what's happening, you don't see any water coming out here, that's because this valve is shut. What happens is the water comes down the gray water tank and a tube, and then it goes back up into the black water tank, and it swirls around in there. Now I'm going to close that off by just pushing in the lever, and then I'm going to open my main valve. And you can see all the nasty's coming out. You allow that to drain till it's just about empty, it slows down a little bit. May take a couple of minutes, but you want the water to be more of a trickle than a good steady stream like we've got here. And you can still see that the water's got a little bit of a brownish tinge to it, but that's good. You may see other things come through there, but that's all part of emptying your black tank. Now we're getting pretty close to down to the bottom of the tank here. So again, we're going to repeat the process. Close off the main valve, open up the gray tank. We can hear that water release and go back up into the black tank, swirl around in there a little bit. Close off the gray tank, open up the main valve, and look, the water's a lot clearer. Oh, there goes some chunks. And the water's a little bit clearer, and you can see it's rinsing out that tank, getting out all the excess stuff that as the water goes down, sometimes bits and pieces will stick to the bottom of the tank. This helps rinse all that out so you don't get a blockage. We're going to do it one more time. Close the main valve, open up the gray tank. Now what you want is a full gray tank so that you have plenty of water to get up there and swirl around. And you want to remember to keep some of the gray water tank in your gray water tank so that you can rinse out your hose at the end of the deal. Close the gray water, pop the main valve again. See how clear that water is now? It's not going to be crystal clear, and definitely don't want to drink it, but it's a lot cleaner than what it was. We're going to let that continue to drain until it's almost completely out. Then we're going to close off our black water tank valve. Once this is all done draining out and we close off our black water tank, then we'll open up our gray tank and rinse out the hose and the tubes. You can see that water is pretty clear. All right. just about there. It's slowing down as we talk. You want to empty out as much as you can, but you don't want a dry tank. So you're going to leave a little bit of water running out when you close off your black tank. That way, and we'll talk about this in another video, when you go in and you treat your tank, and every time after you dump your tank, you treat your tank, you can pick up things at either Walmart or Camping World or other RV places that have an enzyme, and it'll clean and also deodorize your tank. But that's not the only thing you put in your tank. All right, we're closing off the black water tank. You see the water is stopped. Now we're going to open up the gray water tank one more time and let that all out. And we're going to just let the gray water tank empty on out, and that rinses out your tube, so nothing stays in your tube and it gets all nice and clean. And then what I normally do is I leave my gray water tank open until the couple of days before we're ready to do the black water tank. That way I don't have to keep coming out here every couple of days and emptying out the gray water tank. You can keep the gray water tank closed if you prefer and just come out every few days and open it up. That's your choice. People do it either way. Personally, I leave my gray water tank open. You can see now my gray water tank is almost empty. We'll let that keep draining, and we'll go inside and we'll treat our black tank. We're going to put in the chemical. We also put in Calgon, about a cap full of Calgon, and what that does is it keeps everything from sticking inside. So just a couple little pointers. All right, well, that's it for today, and we'll talk to you later. Enjoy the journey.